Hey everybody, this is Cindy, the crazy old sock lady. Oh, and the queen of DIY, because we're off topic today. Today we're going to encapsulate some Ovasitol. No, it's not a sponsored thing. No, we're never sponsored. Please like and subscribe down below because we need more. We need more viewers, more followers, more comments, more suggestions, more. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our capsules and we're going to pour some out on the plate because they're easy to grab that way. And these are double aughts. And the instructions say that you take them and you shake them into these spots, but I actually just set them in there because to me this is faster, and I don't end up with stuff upside down or weird or whatever. So this is the capsule. Excuse my lime green fingers while we wait for our dyeing to do its thing. So you just simply pull it apart. There's the top and the bottom. Here's the top, the little short piece. This is the bottom. This part that you fill. Drop it into the mold. And voila. And voila, the tray is full of our capsules. And now we're going to add the Ovasitol. Dun, 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 dun. And this stuff is really fluffy.
Can you guys see the capsules?
And you see, there's the tops, and there is the bottoms. And so before we put that in there, we got to put this on. Otherwise, we mess it up. Dun, 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 dun. Doesn't want to work that way. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. All of it.
Well, I don't know about all of it. This stuff tends to be a little funny. And it's a little tiny spoon. It's so cute though. Okay. So we'll see what we do here. And we have our handy dandy little spatula. And what this does is it allows us to begin to fill those capsules.
You ready to get demonetized?
I
said, are you ready to get demonetized?
What is demonetized? I don't even know what monetized is. Thank you very much, because I have no clue what the flock I'm doing.
Link to our Patreon below.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hey, which is something we're thinking about doing, is doing a Patreon. So if you guys would have any interest in special content for that sort of thing, please let us know in the comments down below, where we would have exclusive content just for our Patreon viewers.
And I'm sure she'd let you guys pick some of it.
Oh, absolutely. That's probably where a lot of it will come into play. And so I just keep pushing this stuff around till it gets in all these little holes. And go from here, put it all, fill them up. I know it looks tedious, and it's not too bad because you're making 100 capsules. The ones I have, the other set that I have is does 24 at a time. So this is pretty good. So this is their tamper, and I mark them with what they are, because if I don't know what size they are. So I have trouble reading these characters on said lid. So I opt for Sharpie marker. So we fill it up some more, because I can always put it back in the jar, which is why we have the cookie sheet underneath, so we can capture anything, because this is not an inexpensive supplement.
It is not.
But it is one that is required, and if anybody wants to know what Ovasitol is or what it's for, it is a common item that is used for people with PCOS. PCOS has a lot of interesting dynamics. It messes with a lot of your hormone systems in your body, your estrogen, your endocrine, your thyroid, and a lot of other things. And so one kind of messes up the other, and so on and so forth. So we're going to scoot some of that out of the way. We're going to tamp it down again. Get in there, into the capsules, and see it handily and easily goes down some more. Take that off, and we just keep filling it in until we can't get any more in it. we're going to tamp this down again, then we'll probably add a little bit more because we didn't get those top corners filled very good. See, it'll still take more. It's like the Energizer Bunny, it just never stops going. Make sure I cover this corner this time. And so of all the things to encapsulate, I think the only one that's harder than this is raspberry leaves and
God.
mugwort. The raspberry leaves has natural plant estrogens, by the way. And so it's really good for a lot of people with PCOS, but it's also it's good for postmenopausal women. And the great benefit of it is if you actually make a tea with the raspberry leaves, it actually tastes just like any other black tea. So it tastes a lot like Lipton. You can't tell the difference. If somebody didn't tell you that that's what it was, you wouldn't know.
Oh yeah, a little bit of honey, you'd have no idea.
Yep. So because I want to tamp this down really good, and pick that up. And push it in there some more. And so yeah, believe it or not, we can still add more. So we will. What's nice is this, you take 4 of the double lot capsules a day equals about 1 dose. So if you wanted to say you had the effects throughout the course of the day, you could take 1 4 times a day, or you could take it a couple of times a day, or you could take it all at once.
But it's 2 doses, so you're actually taking 8 pills a day.
You know, so okay, well then never mind.
But I mean, you still could take 2 capsules at a time, 4 times a day, because that's the whole point. That you're supposed to take 1 dose in the morning and 1 dose in the evening, because they want you having equal dosage throughout the day, because
they want a consistent level.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we've done this, and they're full. And I've done this enough to know when they're full. So I'll put this back in here. So let me look at this one. I think it goes this way. Did I do that right? Yes, I did. I think I did. All right, so I take this off and make a mess. But before I make too big a mess, and it looks like I can save myself some of the mess, I can do this. Ta-da! Now you turn this, see there's the caps are in here. You turn it upside down. You line it up with screws. And then push down. And more you can push down and hear them cinch into themselves. The easier it is. So now, when I pick this up, I pick up the orange part with it. I have all of the capsules are made.
Ta-da!
So, but what I have learned is that you have to be careful which way you go with this. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to get one that's going to be stubborn and stay in here. What I have found is if I leave them in here, one of the things I like to make sure is that they stay closed. And I double check and make sure that they've all popped closed. And most of these have. You can hear occasionally when they don't. This actually looks like it's a really good set. They're all done. Yeah, they all snap down. So, now, so there is about 2 weeks worth of Ovasitol. Just that quick, and then she can store them in a Ziploc bag or a canning jar or a pretty little thing or whatever. And one of the things is if you look at them, you can see occasionally, up here's one that I don't think snapped all the way down. See? So you can kind of look at them and tell. You can see they're really densely packed. So yeah, these actually didn't pop down as well as I thought they had, but you can look at them and tell which ones didn't. See the ones that look longer? See, there's a long looking one. Here's one that's already popped down all the way. And so you just give it that little snap. So most of them did. Still working out the bugs. It's a new machine and there's 100 of them, so it makes it a little bit more interesting. But there she is. There's her Ovasitol for the next 2 weeks.